What's going on, Wired fam? How's everybody doing this evening? Hope everybody's doing well. What is today? I don't know. Today's some day in October. I think it's the 6th, 3rd, 8th. I don't know. Time to talk about crappie. That's all I know. You guys ready to talk about crappie fishing? I hope you guys are enjoying the how to become a better crappie fisherman series. How to become a better crappie angler. That's what it's all about, right? That's what we're here for. Here to teach, here to help you guys get better, further your crappie walk, if you will, and just be able to catch more fish. So I hope you guys are watching those. I hope you're enjoying the series, and I hope that you have subscribed to the channel. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button before you leave. As always, I appreciate each and every person who hits that subscribe button and everybody that follows the channel. So some really, really cool things we're going to talk about tonight. We are going to get a little bit technical tonight. We are going to talk about a little bit of, we're going to talk about some new electronics to the boat, okay? We're going to talk about some new stuff that's going on with the boat. And we're going to bring Wired Marine Electronics into the conversation tonight because Wired Marine Electronics has a new product that we're going to be putting out, installing as Wired Marine Electronics is my install business, my marine electronics install business here at the house out of the shop. And I appreciate each and every person who has come through Wired Marine Electronics to make that possible. But we've got some new stuff we're going to talk about tonight. I'm looking forward to it. It's really cool. Innovative stuff, right? Stuff that's pushing the needle and furthering the crappie fishing community. So really, really cool stuff that we're going to talk about tonight. Hope you guys are excited about it because I know I am. And we're going to be moving around a little bit tonight. So you guys are on my cell phone, okay? So we are going to be moving around a little bit tonight. So we're not just going to be sitting still. We're not just going to be hanging out. We're going to be talking. We're going to be moving. And I'm going to be showing you guys some really cool stuff. First thing that I want to talk about tonight, okay? Where are my discount codes? Where are my discount codes at? Hang on a second. Boom! Right there they are. Discount codes, 10% off Crappie Cove with the discount code WIRED. Guys, you need to keep that discount code for Crappie Cove in mind because I'm wearing the Crappie Cove bill tonight, all right? The cap tonight for a reason. Because this coming Saturday, guys, Crappie Cove is having their Customer Appreciation Day. So right there, boom, right there, Crappie Cove in Maryville, Tennessee. Customer Appreciation Day, Saturday. They're going to be grilling. They're going to have burgers. They're going to have the hot dogs. They're going to have giveaways to give away to the customers as they come in the door. A lot of cool stuff going on at Crappie Cove, okay, this weekend. So Saturday for you local crappie club or the local crappie anglers to Maryville, Tennessee or surrounding areas, Crappie Cove in Maryville is having their Customer Appreciation this Saturday. All the great products at Crappie Cove. A lot of new products at Crappie Cove, guys. If you have not checked out crappiecove.com, you need to do so. I got on one of the AFCO. Okay, this is one of the AFCO hoodies. All right, they got AFCO in-house now. So AFCO carrying all the AFCO products, the hoodies, the fleece, the rain suits, all the AFCO gear, okay, is at Crappie Cove now. And this thing right here, let me tell you guys, this hoodie right here is the shiz, okay? I'm just telling you. Because I'm a huge fan of a face mask, okay? When you're running up and down the lake, it's cold as crap. You know, this has one built into it, guys. Look at this. Has one built right into it. I can throw that up, keep the wind out of my nose. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, it's got the hood to go over it as well. So you got the hood, you got the face mask, all in one right there in your hoodie. And they are hot. I don't know if you guys can tell or not. These things are warm, okay? These AFCO hoodies are warm as crap. I'm actually starting to sweat. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'm sitting in the shop and I'm starting to sweat. So the hoodie may come off here in a little bit. That's why I wanted to talk about it now. But Crappie Cove, guys, has the AFCO products. Check them out. Really, really cool stuff. Warm, just really great stuff. Really well made. Fits really well, okay? It's really snug in the right areas. It's got some breathing holes right there in the armpit. Look for you guys. You know what I'm saying? For them guys that need the breathing holes in the armpit and arm line right there. So anyway, check them out. Really cool stuff. And it's all at Crappie Cove. So if you're in the Crappie Cove area, if you're in the Maryville area, check them out Saturday. Okay, hit them up Saturday. That wired discount, guys, goes for AFCO products. It goes for everything in Crappie Cove. 10% off with the discount code WIRED, except for any electronics, okay? The electronics, they don't do the discount code. But anything else in Crappie Cove, the ACC rods, the bonehead baits, the crappie magnets, the B&M rods, the AFCO products, the Amped Outdoors batteries, all that good stuff they got in Crappie Cove, Wired gets you 10% off, okay? So make sure you, and that's in-store, that's in-house, online, over the phone, anyway you can get it, okay? Let's see here. Let's check out some comments real quick. Let's sit down for just a second. And let's look at some comments real quick. Let's have a seat right here. Jeffrey Smith, what's going on? Albert from Indianapolis, Indiana, what's up? Robert Hyde, hello, hello. Jeep Fish, hello from West Texas Desert, where the sand bass are so tough, they hibernate in the ditches until it rains. That's pretty funny. Jimmy Pratt, what's up? Joseph Thaxton, hello. Johnny Coots, hello. Tom A, Rick M, what's up? Terry Wade from Ontario, Canada. Canada in the house. What's up, Mr. Terry? Rock Spring, Georgia. What's going on, Steve? Enjoyed the first and second videos. Thank you, buddy. Danny Rock, another beautiful day in Georgia. What's going on? Misty Martin. There's Misty from Crappie Cove, guys. So if you guys are needing anything from Crappie Cove, you want to get hooked up with some AFCO products, like I said, or anything else that Crappie Cove have, Misty Martin is your Crappie Cove go-to. Okay, she's the one to talk to at Crappie Cove. That is Miss Misty, and she is on top of it. So if you guys need anything from Crappie Cove, you can call Misty, you can email them, you can Facebook message them, you can get them just about any way. Or you can walk up in the store and say, where's Misty at? She will hook you guys up, okay? David Baker, what's up? Todd Pell, hello, hello. Uh-oh. I just lost my space. Fin Seeker TV, what's going on? Kurt Day, hello, hello. Ronnie Harris, good evening. Andrew Alonzo, what's up? Finally got his boat fixed. About to get a new boat, so I'll be hitting you up to do my installation of everything and checking in from, is that Dehorse, Alaska. What's going on from Alaska? That's what I'm talking about. They got internet in Alaska, guys. Look at there. We're reaching out all over the place tonight. That's cool. That's cool. Joel Nash. Joel, you ain't going to want to see what I'm working on. I'm getting ready to release it, though. Jonathan Hunt. Hello, Matt. Beach Spring, Kentucky. So I was actually on the phone with Joel the other night. And he's like, man, what you working on over there? What you working on over there? I said, man, I'm putting some new innovative stuff in the boat. And I don't know if I ever really told him what I was putting in there or not, but I don't know. He's like, man, what do you got going on? What's in that boat? What are you doing? What, man, you working awfully hard. So, Joel, I'm going to show you tonight, buddy. I'm going to show. Did I ever tell you what it was, Joel? Don't give it away, but did I ever tell you what it was? All right, just ordered jigs and ACC 6.5 foot solid rod from them. Awesome, David. Awesome. Hello, Heidi Clark, Matt. We are doing well, Heidi. Laura, the boys are doing well. Actually, Little Wired is sleeping and just woke up screaming a minute ago. And I had to go blistering across the house wide open to hit my 15-year-old's room where my wife was. And I'm like, baby screaming, whoom, and I'm running right back in there to try to jump in there with him to calm him down. Because, hey, when that baby wakes up, he wants mama. There ain't no doubt. When he's asleep and he wakes up, that is a mama's boy. You don't touch him. Because if I go in there and touch him, it intensifies the screaming. So when he wakes up out of a sleep, it is mama time, okay? So I hit the door wide open, my 15-year-old's room, and I'm like, baby's awake. And I'm off again like a bat out of Hades, try to get back to the room and at least, pat him on the back. I don't talk to him. I just pat him. I'm like, because if I say anything, it gets even worse. He's like, you ain't my mama. But anyway, everybody's doing well. Rick from the Mississippi Delta checking in. What's going on? Big Kid from Missouri. Hello, hello. There is my beautiful wife. She says, hello, Heidi. We're doing good. Hope you are as well. All right. On the stump bug, at least the two-tone ones, do you think it makes a difference which colors? Up, down, just got some blood moon. Would you fish the red, up or down? I have every color they make. So I don't typically think it makes a deal. I don't really typically think it makes a big difference what side's up or down. I haven't seen that it makes a difference. Have I flipped them over to try to see if it does? Absolutely, I have. I'm a crappie fisherman. I'm meticulous with my crappie fishing. So, yes, I have flipped them up and upside down, but I have not seen that it makes that big of a difference, no. Hello, Matt from West Monroe, Louisiana. Enjoyed episode 1 and 2. Awesome. I'm looking forward to it because we're going to get into some really cool stuff as we progress through these episodes. And as we progress, I'm thinking 10 episodes is probably what I think 10, I can get everything in I want. But it may even go over 10. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. I mean, there's so much to talk about, but it's so hard to do it in a 12 to 15 minute video. And I don't really want to go into 25, 30-minute videos because, a lot of times guys are like, man, I can't watch any more of this. So it's that quick 12 to 15-minute video that I'm trying to get an episode in. And sometimes it's hard to get everything into that, but I try to hit the high points. That's where I rely on you guys to ask questions to those videos. So, if you have questions, by all means, ask those questions, okay? Dustin from West Virginia, what's up? Dan Long, hello. Heidi Clark says, hi, Misty. Josh Sanders, what's up? Love my AFCO hoodie. Man, I'm telling you, I mean, I'm starting to like this Joker, too. Look, got the AFCO right there. What's up? Woo! So, yeah. No, I do like it. I mean, it is very warm. And I do love the built-in face mask. I mean, that's one thing that I'm all the time wearing a face mask. Even in the summer, I wear a face mask to keep now, this is not a summer face mask because this is hot. I'm not going to wear this in the summer. But I love a face mask, not only because it keeps, the sun off of me, but the wind. And when I'm driving my boat, and I know I sound muffled right now, but when I'm driving my boat, I can't stand for the wind to go up my nose. It drives me nuts, and it makes my eyes water real bad. So I love me a face mask because I put my face mask up and keep the wind off my nose. I can put my glasses over it. I keep the wind off my eyes, and it's built right in. Plus, it keeps my neck warm. In the winter, it's cold outside. I keep my neck warm when I pull it down. So, hey, win. I like it. George, we need to hit the thumbs up, friends. Thank you, George. I appreciate it. Guys, hit that thumbs up button. Please. If you don't know, ACC is doing a discount of 15% for the next 7 days with code AN15. Just thought I would share. Well, I appreciate you for sharing that, Andrew, but I'm going to have a code myself. So I'm going to have a discount code that I will release with ACC. I just have not actually done that video and released it yet. But if you're looking for an ACC rod or you're looking for any ACC product, my discount code will be dropping later this week. So I will actually have a discount code, Andrew. I appreciate you for letting everybody know there. So ACC is allowing their pro staff to run a discount code for a week. Each pro staffer gets their own discount code. We run those discount codes. And I am actually trying not to run mine in parallel with anybody else just because out of courtesy from myself, I'm trying not to do that. So I will be running mine later this week, and I will put that discount code out all over all my social media, my YouTube, and Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. Snapchat, not Snapchat. What is that? Instagram, Facebook, and what's the other one? There's another one that I'm on. Good Lord, I can't even remember now. That's scary. I'm losing it, guys. I'm losing it. TikTok. That's it. TikTok. Good Lord. Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. I have all those. So if you haven't subscribed, liked, and followed all those things, then hey, while you're at it, run on over there after the live. Mike Stockton, hello from Magnolia, Texas. What's going on? Joel said negative, so I hadn't showed Joel yet, but I'm about to. Sup, brother? Tuning in from Seattle, Washington. What's going on? High Wired fan from Holly Springs. What's up, Steven? James Cox, what docks would hold crappie this time of year? Docks and crappie, just kind of a question for episode 2, which is just what came out. Very good question. Those docks this time of year, that 8 to 15 foot of water, is every dock going to hold fish? No. But if you can isolate those docks with that 8 to 15 foot of water under them, check those docks first. You're going to find fish on some dock somewhere. To sit here and tell you guys, I understand exactly why a dock holds fish and why the one next door doesn't. I can't tell you that, okay? That would be lying to say, I know exactly why every dock holds fish and why exactly some of the docks that look exactly the same and exactly the same depths and have exactly the same amount of structure under them don't. And no, I'm not going to tell you that because there's just certain docks that will hold fish. Now, you can increase those odds if you find those docks that are close to structure, find those docks that are close to a river channel, find those docks that are close to a point, find those docks that have a sudden drop underneath them. Some of the best docks I've ever fished were ones that had a steep drop underneath them. So, crappie love to sit on a drop. And if you can find that under a dock, you've got poles, you've got shade, you've got a drop, you've got depth change. They can slide up and down, that drop. They can ambush from that drop. I mean, there's just a lot of really good things and things that I feel like makes some docks better than others. But to tell you exactly what docks would hold crappie, I don't know that anybody can do that. Now, generally speaking, docks that hold crappie are going to hold crappie year round, and they're going to hold crappie in that mid-range depth in that 8 to 15 feet. Docks that hold crappie are going to hold them most all the time, and they're going to consistently hold fish, okay? So once you locate those docks that are holding fish, especially this time of year, you can kind of bet that those docks are going to consistently hold fish, especially if you find a dock that has a large group of fish on it. Typically, you can go back to those docks and continue to catch fish. Tom Wade, evening, Matt, LVS 32, LVS 34, 34 plus. What's the good, the bad, and the ugly? Very good question. So, unless you're fishing in salt water and very, very, very deep water, the LVS 34 plus, don't go there, okay? I'm just telling you, don't go there. It's absolutely this freaking big, okay? It's absolutely huge, and it's not going to do you a bit of good in that 50 to 75 foot range of what the LVS 34 is good at. So the LVS 32, I'll be honest, okay? 100% honest. If you can't afford the 34, get the 32. If you can afford the 34, go ahead. But I like my 32 still. I'm just saying. I like my 32. I feel like because the 34 is so hot, and what I mean by hot is it magnifies everything so much that my pole doesn't necessarily have to be pointed dead at a fish to see the fish. And a lot of times I don't like that because I like my pole to be pointed dead at that fish to be able to see him. And if I'm not pointed dead at him, I don't want to see him because I'm casting to where that pole is, where that pole's pointing. If that pole's pointing right here, I want to know that fish is right here. I don't want to be seeing a fish right here, but him actually be right there. You know what I'm saying? So because the 34 is so good and so hot, I almost lose um, that exact spot of where that fish is because you can see him even when you're not directly on him. Does that make sense? Um, I almost feel like I don't want to say too good because it's not that it's too good. It's just it's hotter than the 32. The 32, unless your transducer was pointed dead at that fish at 40 feet, you weren't going to see him on the screen. You may see a little bitty ghost image, but you're not going to see the fish. And that's what I like to see is I want to know when I see that fish, that's where he is. Okay. When catching crumbie and it has that ick fungus on it, what is the best disinfect to clean the live well? Um, well, if you put them in the live well, um, and I think I know what you're talking about by the ick fungus, but cleaning your live well, Albert, is pretty simple. I don't use anything harsh. I don't use soaps. Baking soda and white vinegar is probably your best bet for a live well. Okay. A lot of guys say use Dawn. You can just rinse it out real good. But I don't want to take the chance of any soap residue being left over. If a little white vinegar or a little baking soda gets left over, that's not going to harm fish. They're not going to die from baking soda. And that's where, I don't want to put anything in there that could potentially harm my fish. So that's just me. Okay. I use white vinegar and baking soda. Daryl Quarles, what's up? Andrew, don't worry about it. You didn't step on any toes. Don't worry about that. No worries, buddy. Jimmy Pratt, question. What was the advantage on the second video you just released when you turn your side image to just one side over both? It's very simple. When you turn your side imaging to one side over both, let's say you have a 10-inch screen like I have in the video, okay? So I have a 10-inch screen. I'm only utilizing 5 inches of that screen when I'm looking at both sides. But when I flip it over to one side, that one side is on 10 inches. So it's twice as big. And just like I've told you guys before, the larger the image, the better you'll see everything. So when you flip it over to just that one side, you're utilizing the entire screen for one side, and you're seeing basically the image twice the size as it would if it was on one side of the screen. Okay. Crappie Kev, what's up? Don Long. Talking about out internet. Remind me of the time I tried to watch your chat while I visited Cambodia. 10 to 15 seconds delay. Lots of laughs. That's funny. Cambodia. So we made it all the way to Cambodia. By the way, we're over 100 viewers right now. Smash that thumbs up, please, if you like the content. And we're getting ready. Don't leave because we're getting ready to show you guys something new, something innovative, something that, hey, I think there's somebody out there doing it because I did some research. There's somebody out there kind of doing it, but not like I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? Let me put some of this stuff up. They ain't doing it like me. You know what I mean? So, I'm going to show you guys here in just a minute what I'm talking about. Okay. But nonetheless, Dan watched me from Cambodia, and that's pretty cool. Gordon Petit fishing. What's going on? Lucas Edwards. I live out in the middle of California, and none of the lakes around me have docks. Any tips for locating crappie in those conditions? Yes, I have many tips. And if you subscribe to the channel and watch the episodes that are airing every week, you are going to learn how to locate docks or how to locate crappie, when you don't have docks. So that's all going to be part of the series, okay? I'm not going to harp on it. Well, that's not really harp. I'm just not going to talk about it tonight because once you get me down that rabbit hole, I'll be in that rabbit hole for a long time. You know what I'm saying? So to answer that question, Lucas, watch the How to Become a Better Crappie Angler series, and I promise you, you will learn how to locate fish out there in California. Okay? That's a promise. You will learn with those series or with that series. David Baker, what's going on? You might lose that pinpoint spot, is what I think you're saying. Yeah, it is. I mean, that exact location. I don't want to lose that exact location, if you will. Okay. Just joined the live scope crowd waiting on it to get here is worse than not having it. Got 93 SV and LVS 32. You're going to love it, Rick. It is awesome stuff. It is awesome. What do you think of using micro jigs? Saying, hey, from Spring City. Yeah, I mean, micro jigs are awesome. I mean, there's a lot of times where the fish are wanting that small presentation. They're wanting something even smaller. Okay. So, when the fish are looking for that small jig or they're looking for that small presentation, a micro jig is awesome. And then there's sometimes where they want that 3-inch presentation. They don't want that micro jig. You know what I mean? It just matching the hatch. We hear that all the time. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on what they're feeding on that day or that month or that time of year. Ashley Coffee, late by here. Good evening, Matt and the Wired fam. What's going on? Matt, what is the best water temperature for the crappie? Best water temperature? Anywhere between, really it's a range. It's not the best. It's a range. Anywhere between 55 and 70 is my favorite. That's my favorite time to fish, 55 to 70. So, all right, so let's talk about what is new in the wired marine electronics world, all right, if you will. So I'm going to try to do this. It's going to be a little difficult with my phone and the screen kind of all wonky, and hopefully my battery doesn't die. So let's talk about what's new in the boat for outside of the motor. Everybody knows we got the new Merc going on, but let's talk about live scope, and let's talk about the way that crappie fishing is expanding, the way that everything that's driving crappie fishing, right? Live scope is driving crappie fishing, and fishing open water fish has really changed the way that people crappie fish, especially tournament crappie fish. So one thing that I did is, I'm looking at it from a poor man's standpoint, my standpoint, the poor man's standpoint, and I'm going, all right, you got the live scope, check. You got the new transducer, check. You got the pole, check. You got the trolling motor, check. Then you're out there trying to chase open water fish like these guys are doing out here on these national tours and East Tennessee Crappie Club, and you're out there doing it, right? Now, I've won several tournaments. I don't know how many, but I've won several out there chasing open water fish. And one thing that I noticed all the time was, man, I need to cover more water. I need to cover more water. I need to cover more water. So I'm like, how can I do that? Well, I got to speed up to cover more water, right? So in order to speed up, I got to be able to slow down. So I'm like, okay, how do I slow down? Well, obviously power poles, right? Power poles and drift paddles. You throw those on the back of the boat. Okay. Well, those are $5,000 on a good day. And you got hydraulics, and you got electric, and you got pumps, and you got hoses, and you got brackets. I got to take the motor off and hang on there. You know what I'm saying? So the power poles. So everybody's like, power poles. Get you some power poles. I'm like, no, I ain't going to do power poles because power poles is $5,000. And I love my wife. I don't want a divorce. So I ain't spending $5,000 on power poles. It ain't happening. I already spent 14 on the motor. I ain't spending 500, So I'm like, what am I going to do? Well, I've come up with a solution. Okay. So some of you guys are probably going to know kind of where we're going here, and that's fine. But the solution is right here. Anybody see that? Anybody see this little button right here? See this little button? This is right up here next to my trolling motor. Okay. So when I'm right here on my trolling motor like this, and I got socks on, so don't laugh at me, and I get off my trolling motor, I just step right here on this little pedal. Okay? Well, Matt, what's that little pedal do, you know? That little pedal throws the brakes on. I throw the brakes on. Well, how do you throw the brakes on? Well, it's easy. You mount a couple trolling motors right back here on the back, just like that right there. That's what you do. You know what I'm saying? You throw a couple Minn Kotas on the back. Now you got brakes. You know what I mean? So, you got your little foot pedal up there. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to walk up here. You guys are going to get to go in the house with me because we're going upstairs. We're going to go solicit some help. Shh. The kids are sleeping. I know one that's not sleeping. Hmm? Hey, I'm on live right now. Come downstairs and help me. Need your help.
For what?
Come on.
Oh my God.
All right. That's the joys of having one that stays up later. You know what I'm saying? All right, guys. So, again, we got the dual Minn Kotas back here on the back. Do me a favor, jump up in the front of the boat, please. Jump up in there. All right, so real simple, real quick. All right here, the Minn Kotas. It's real easy. Hit this little switch right back here. Drop this Minn Kota down. Boom. You know what I'm saying? This right here loosens up. She locks in place. You loosen this up right here. Slide her down. Tighten her back down. Okay? Now, that little button right there beside that little switch right beside the foot pedal, the little switch, the little plastic one. Yeah, boy. Nope. Forward. The little foot switch. That's the big one. That's for the big motor. Little switch, baby doll.
Which one?
Right up there in the corner.
In the corner. This one?
Yep, that one right there.
All right.
I tell you to smash that joker, smashy. All right, right there, smash it. Woo, we got brakes. Now up. Now brakes. Now up. Now brakes. We got brakes. Okay. So these have 3 speeds. Okay, right here. Don't hit the pedal. All right. So we got 3 speeds, forward and reverse. All right. I'm going to be using number 2 in reverse. All right. So you got 1, off, 1, 2. So we're going to be using 2 in reverse. That's simple. So now we got brakes. So if we're fishing open water, it's real simple. We drop the Minn Kotas down. We throw them in reverse. Got the foot pedal up front. Got them on a 12-volt battery. Got a 50 amp Amped Outdoors lithium that are running both these. These are 30 pound thrust Minn Kotas. Okay, 30-pound thrust. Each one's 30 pounds. So we got 60 pounds of thrust back here stopping the boat. Thank you. So we got 60 pounds of thrust stopping the boat. And the beautiful thing about this, guys, is when I turn these on, the prop wash, first of all, the trolling motor noise, if you will, stopping the boat, is 20 feet behind, because I got a 20-foot boat. So it's 20 feet behind the fish that I'm looking at. So if I'm 50 feet from a fish, any noise is 70 feet behind the fish, okay? And not to mention, the prop wash coming off that prop is slamming into the back of the boat, and it's not throwing that prop wash towards the fish, okay? So this is going to be awesome, all right? I'm just saying, this is going to be awesome. It's going to be really cool. This is not $5,000 drift poles, okay? This is not $5,000 worth of power poles or talons or anything like that. It is the poor man's way. But I'm telling you right now, it is awesome. All right. So everything's wired into the boat, batteries underneath the deck. All the wires drop down into the back of the boat. It's all the wires are hidden. It's extremely, extremely streamlined. It's beautiful. It fits the boat perfectly, folds up great. Anybody that's looking for a system, now, again, I'm not going to say I'm not going to say I'm the only one that saw this, because there is a product out there very similar to these. But the product that's similar to these, the only way they can mount them is on the end of a, or the only way I've seen that they can mount them is on the end of a drift pole, or on the end of a power pole, which that kind of defeats the purpose, because you got to go buy power poles, right? So really, really cool product. I can mount these on any boat. I can mount these on any transom. So not just with the clamps, but I can mount them on any transom. You need one battery to run them. You could run these off of just any 12-volt lead acid battery would be fine, because they're only 30-pound thrust again, and you're not going to be running them wide open, and you're not going to be running them all the time. You're only going to be running them just long enough. I mean, literally, I'm going to be on the trolling motor. Like I said, I'm going to be on the trolling motor here, okay? When I see a fish with my live scope, I'm coming. Well, let me get up here where I'm supposed to be. When I see a fish on my live scope, I'm literally coming off my trolling motor down here onto this button right here. They're running back there just long enough to stop the boat, and then I'm fishing. Okay, so literally they're only going to be running for a few seconds each time I see a fish, but they're not going to be running all day, and they're not going to be constant, and they're not going to be eating up as much battery as my trolling motor would be. So with that being said, I'm going to take pictures of all this, and I'm going to do some posts and put some stuff out there. And if anybody's interested in brakes, if anybody's interested in the reverse thrust package is what I'll call it, okay, to stop their boat for crappie fishing, holler at me. Let me know. I'd be happy to give anybody a price if you guys would like to entertain putting a system like this on your boat for fishing purposes or for live scoping purposes. So if anybody's interested, holler at me. Wired Marine Electronics on Facebook. You can get a hold of me there. Wired for Crappie on Facebook. Matt Zenas on Facebook. About 15 other pages that you could message and I'd get it. So, hit me up. Wired Marine Electronics on Facebook. Like the page. Follow what we're doing. It's going to be really, really cool stuff. But I'm telling you right now, and there's other uses for them too. If I'm fishing a dock, let's go back to docks. If I'm fishing a dock and I've got the nose pointed into the dock and I'm trying to fish that dock, and I don't want to flip my trolling motor around, because prop wash is real, guys. If I don't want to flip that trolling motor around and prop wash those fish, I can reach down and hit that button, turn those things on in the back, and pull my boat back using the back thrusters, if you will. Okay. So I don't have to use the trolling motor in the front and prop wash fish. I can also use them if I'm fishing a brush pile. If I'm fishing a brush pile, I can do the same thing. Let's say I've got current pushing one way and I've got wind pushing the other. Wind's blowing one way, current's pushing the other, and I'm trying to keep the back of the boat still, and I can't keep the back of the boat still. I can put these down and use them to keep the back of the boat still. So there's a ton of ways that I can use these, and there's a ton of ways that they'll benefit me as a tournament angler for sure. Because now I can run that trolling motor wide open. I can run that trolling motor on 6, 7, 8, 9. I can cover more water, and then when I see a fish, all I've got to do is throw the brakes on, okay? Throw the back thrusters on and stop the boat, and the boat will stop pretty quick. It doesn't take a whole lot. You guys may think it takes a lot to stop that boat. It doesn't. But how many times have you guys been cruising at a pretty good clip with your trolling motor, okay? You see something and you go, oh, crap, and you turn that trolling motor around to stop, and you hit the trolling motor pedal, and it goes because of the thrust of the boat moving forward, and you're trying to stop it going back. I'm not going to have that anymore, because these two beautiful things back here in the back, right here, Okay, these two beautiful things on the back of the boat. Everybody says, well, why two? Why not one? Well, two is necessary so when you hit the brakes, they're both wired together on the same foot pedal. I don't know if I said that or not, but they're both wired into that one pedal, okay? That one um, switch, okay? So when I step on that pedal, they both come on, all right? And the reason I have two and not one, like I was saying, is so when they come on, the boat stops and doesn't turn. Okay, it's just like if for you guys that always had drift socks or a a lot of crappie anglers, including myself, used buckets. I used 5-gallon buckets when I spider rigged to keep myself from floating too fast with the wind. I used 5-gallon buckets, and if you throw one 5-gallon bucket out one side, your boat won't stay straight because you've got drag on one side of the boat. Same thing with these trolling motors. If I didn't have two, the one over there and the one right here, if I didn't have two, I'd get more drag on one side of the boat and the front of the boat would spin. Well, I don't want it to do that. So that's why there's two, okay? 1, 2. Both sides of the boat stop evenly. Wherever the nose of that boat is, it's going to stop it there, okay? Something else that it's going to allow me to do. Guys, tournament anglers, listen to me, okay? Anybody that is trying to catch open water fish, listen to me. You've always heard, got to go into the wind, got to go into the wind, got to go into the wind. Well, why? Why did they say you got to go into the wind? Well, it's simple. You can control the front of the boat better going into the wind, okay? When you see a fish and you've got to stop, also the wind will help you stop. But what happens when you're going into the wind? Listen to me now. When you're going into the wind, what happens? What do you get when you're going into the wind on the front of the boat? It's called boat slap because you're going into the waves. You're going into any chop that's on the lake. And when you're going into it, your boat's slapping, slapping, slapping every wave. Smack, 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 smack. Now, I can go with the wind because I got brakes. I got the back thrusters. So I can let the wind push my boat. I can get rid of all of that. Okay? All of that boat slap. I can go into the wind and I can use the motors that are 20 feet behind what I'm looking at to stop me. That's what's up. All right. So very, very, very neat. Very, very cool. I'm excited as all get out. Okay. And all I have to do, guys, is leave this on. Again, all I have to do is leave this in reverse 2. Okay. Leave it in reverse 2 and just go fishing. When I'm ready for this to come on, I hit my foot pedal up there and it comes on. All right. So very easy, very simple, right? There you go. That's what's up. That's the new deal. And I like it. And I can't wait to get it out on the lake because it's going to be really, really, really cool. I'm looking forward to it. Okay. Putting them up is easy. Putting them up, you just loosen this right here. And I'm doing this with one hand, so bear with me. But you loosen this right here, lift this joker up. All right, lift it up, tighten that back down. Push this button, layer down. You're done. It's very simple. Okay? Very, very simple with 2 hands. Not as much so with one. But with 2 hands, she comes right back up. So, that's what's going on. That's the newest, latest, and greatest. I'll probably do some videos. Like I said, I'll do some videos of how these are very useful, very helpful. You guys will see some of that content come out. But right now, you guys are the ones get the first look on the live because you guys follow me and you guys, I feel like you guys deserve the first peek. So there's first peek at it. I'm looking forward to it. Again, if anybody's interested in installing a system like this, I do have pricing available, and I can help you with pricing and all that and how to mount those to your boat. I can get you installed price and all that good stuff. So if anybody's interested, holler at me, Wired Marine Electronics. Again, I'd be happy to help. Okay. Let's see what you guys are saying. And you stole my idea. Well, it's you know, it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun, no doubt. James from Chattanooga, what's going on? Redneck and drag plate weights. Hey, there you go. The only thing about that is if you're dragging weights, you can't speed. I mean, you can speed up, but you can't go as fast. I mean, you can't drag something along and still go wide open. You know what I mean? Crappie Kev, off on switch. Yep, that's what I got. Josh, very nice, very nice. These breaks makes me think Top Gun. Nice thinking outside the box. Great idea. Joel Nash. Man, that's a great setup. I'm telling you, it is going to be awesome for sure. It is going to be awesome. Big Kid, don't that still make a lot of prop wash when you turn both those trolling motors on? It will make prop wash, okay? Yes, it will make prop wash. No doubt. It's going to make prop wash. But the prop wash now is moved back 20 feet from where I'm looking at those fish. So my boat's 20 feet long. So not only have I moved that prop wash back 20 feet, okay? So if fish are generally spook at 20 or 30 feet, now I can get within 10 feet of that fish and not spook it, okay? Because I'll be 10 feet here, but I'll be 30 feet back here with my prop wash because I've moved that prop wash all the way back here. And now the prop wash is not going to go towards the fish, Big Kid. Like I said earlier, the prop wash now with these is going to slam into the back of the boat. So the prop wash is not going to make it to the fish because those motors are going to send the prop wash, that motor right there, is going to send the prop wash into the transom, okay? Because I've got that in reverse. So it's going to right into the back of the transom, and that the transom of my boat is going to stop the prop wash. So prop wash isn't going to make it anywhere. See what I'm saying? Hey, Ashley knows. Ashley's got it. There it is. 20 feet further back away from the fish, and targeting makes a huge difference in not spooking the fish. Plus, the back of the boat will block some of it. That is exactly right. It'll block all of it because it's all going to hit the back of the boat. Since you're taking more live scope, are you going to show more on videos? I will. I will, Charlie. I mean, live scope is there's just so many people out there doing live scope, and it seems like every video now that you see is just live scope footage of their screen, and it's hard for me to do that. Not because I can't do it. I mean, I can do it. I can overlay the data or the video. It just seems like it's every single video you watch, and there's so many people out there that don't have live scope, and I know there's a lot of them out there that do. Okay, but there's so many people out there that don't have live scope that I like to try not to just bombard the screen with live scope. Okay. And I know that that's counterproductive to what I'm trying to do as far as, further crappie fishing along, because crappie fishing is being furthered right now by live scope a lot. So, it's danged if you do, danged if you don't, I think. But anyway, yes, I will show some live scope footage. Yes, to answer your question. Mark, my wallet hates you. Now I'm trolling motor shopping. Mark, just holler at me, man. I'll help you out. I'll hook you up. Um, I'd be happy to help you out, spend some money. So, if you're looking for a setup like this, holler at me. Like I said, Wired Marine Electronics. I'd be happy to do the install. I've already got pricing, everything set up. So if you're looking for a price and you're looking to how to mount it to the back of your boat, holler at me. Oh, these cheap transom mount motors just doubled in price on Marketplace. Yeah, probably did. Yeah, no doubt. With it hitting the back of the boat and the props that close, do you think might get prop cavitation? No, absolutely not. No, there will be no prop cavitation. It's far enough back that you're not gonna. I'm not gonna have to worry about that, and they're not gonna be on long enough. Okay. I mean, I'm talking these things when they're turned on is going to stop the boat in a matter of seconds. It's not going to be minutes. Okay. It's going to stop the boat in seconds. So no, it won't be. There won't be any cavitation issues. No. All right, guys. So I've got to the bottom here. We've been on almost an hour now. So I appreciate each and every one of you again for watching. That's what's going on. That's what's new with Wired. Make sure you watch the videos, okay? Make sure you watch those how to become a better crappie angler or becoming a better crappie angler episodes. Probably going to have at least 10, if not more, but they are going to be really, really good stuff. We're going to get more in depth. I mean, we're not done in any shape, form, or fashion. We're just starting. And there's so much to talk about. And I feel like every angler is going to be able to learn something from those, whether it be a technique that you don't know how to do, or a area to look in at a certain time of year, or how to locate some structures, how to locate fish. Whether it be just some of the small things. Um, Everybody's going to learn something from the video, or you might just get a refresher that goes, man, I forgot about that. I knew that. I forgot about that over the years. But everybody's going to get something out of the videos. It's going to be really cool stuff. I'm looking forward to it. I appreciate you guys for always watching and being a part of the Wired fam. So let's see, George, got a couple more coming in. Let's hit these real quick. Let's hit the high notes. I'm not sure if this is in my mind or real. It seems like since I've moved to the LVS 34, the fish are spooked a bit more. I noticed if I locate the fish on a dock and turn the live scope away from the fish, hang on, guys. From the fish, they seem to bite better. Your thoughts? Do I think fish are getting live scope sensitive? I've wondered myself. Those fish have a lateral line, and I'm sure they can feel that. How long is it going to take them to decide that when they feel that they relate that to danger? I don't know. I don't know if they ever will. I don't know if fish are that smart, but I've wondered that too. So, you know, I don't necessarily know that it's going to have the fish bite better. I don't necessarily know that it won't. Okay. Uh, but that is a good question. That's something that over time we're going to have to learn. That's going to be a time thing, but you may be onto something. And if you are, you know, quit using live scope on docks. You know what I'm saying? But, I don't typically use live scope on docks a whole lot, especially when there's large schools of fish, because you can't really see your jig anyway. Can't really see your jig under them. When there's large schools of fish, you shoot underneath there. There's 20, 30 fish underneath it. Your jig gets lost. I don't typically use it. I just use it to figure out how deep they are and what area they're in. Once I figure out they're right there beside that pole, they're 20 feet behind the pole, and they're 6 feet down, then I'm good. I'm fishing from there. So, once I get my area and my depth, I'm off to the races. Okay. All right. So that's going to be it for tonight, guys. Again, I appreciate y'all for watching. I appreciate everything y'all do for the channel. And don't forget, AFCO Products, Crappie Cove, Customer Appreciation Day this Saturday. If you're in the area, go by there, grab yourself a burger, say hello to the team down there. Check out the new products that they've got in the store, all the hats and everything, that are going on down there. Check them out and get yourself some baits. Get hooked up. Wired saves you 10% at Crappie Cove, among all these other great sponsors down here that give you guys a discount. Okay? So, thank y'all. I hope y'all have a great week. We will see you guys next week. Check out episode 3 coming at you Monday. And we will see you next Wednesday at 9 o'clock. Okay. Appreciate you guys as always. God bless. And we'll see you later.